Stranger Things is an American supernatural horror science fiction web television series created by the Duffer Brothers. Starring Winona Ryder, the plot follows the disappearance of a young boy and a mysterious girl with telekinesis. The show is set in 1980 and is full of pop culture references, inspired by the works of Steven Spielberg, John Carpenter, Stephen King and George Lucas, just to name a few. Now, just like me, you may have come to the end of Stranger Things, and you might be wanting another fix of 80s pop culture. So here's my list of things that you can watch on Netflix right now that will help you get that Stranger Things fix. Explorers. This was released in 1985 and stars Ethan Hawke and River Phoenix. It's a story of teenage boys who build a spacecraft to explore outer space. It's directed by Joe Dante, the man who brought us Gremlins. There's the use of walkie-talkies.
Jesus Christ. Ben, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. This better be good.
There's bike riding.
It's got this big mutant with this like two brains. It's really cool. You like it?
Aliens.
Kids all over the world, they only understand one thing.
All around the world, rock and roll is all in play.
And some rather questionable computer graphics. Plenty to keep you going. Overall, it's not a bad film, although Joe Dante had to make the movie in a hurry and it was rushed through production, so it wasn't really the movie he wanted to make. The special effects were done by Industrial Light and Magic, so it has that George Lucas kind of feeling about it. The children also fly in the movie, so it has that kind of E.T. Spielberg feeling. And it's just generally a feel-good, happy 80s movie. So I'd recommend watching it, even though it's not as memorable as some other films from the 80s, but still definitely worth a watch.
I christened thee the Thunder Road. The Thunder Road!
Oh, now I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay, so if you're a big fan of the love triangle between Nancy's character, Jonathan, and Steve, and you like that whole 80s rom-com kind of thing, and you like the fashion, and you like that kind of like 80s music, and all the drama, and teenage angst, and that kind of thing, then I would highly recommend you watch Pretty in Pink.
Woman, and I have to tell her. And if she laughs, she laughs.
It makes it easier to bear. Feeling better if I ask you to...
Pretty in Pink is a romantic comedy drama released in 1986. It stars Molly Ringwald and is about love and social cliques in 1980s American high schools. The film was named after a 1980 single by the band The Psychedelic Furs. The film is about a love triangle between Andy, Ducky and Blaine, one of the rich preppy boys in her school. Ducky is in love with her but plays it off as a joke, while he and Andy are harassed and bullied by Blaine's friends. Originally, the film portrayed Andy and Ducky ending up together. However, test audiences disapproved, and the Andy-Blaine ending was produced instead.
He's gonna use you and then throw you away.
You're ashamed to be seen with
No,
me.
I am
You're
not.
ashamed to go out with me.
Squeeze her, don't tease her, never leave her.
You like him, he likes you. What his friends think shouldn't make any difference.
I just want to let them know that they didn't break me.
Just don't write love songs like they used to. It's, oh.
Yeah, what?
Poltergeist 2. If you haven't seen the first movie, then I would highly recommend seeing that one first, as it's the best one.
The house looks just
And I'm
like
not
the one
talking
next
about
to it.
the remake that came out in 2015. I'm talking about the one released in 1982. That one is clearly the best movie, but as I'm just keeping this list of things you can watch on Netflix right now, I'm going to focus on Poltergeist 2. The story centres around the Freeling family, who are stalked and terrorised by a group of ghosts that are attracted to the youngest daughter, Carol Ann. The original film was co-written and produced by Steven Spielberg. The first sequel, Poltergeist 2: The Other Side, was released in 1986, and it is set a year following the events in Poltergeist. It follows the original family, who are once again confronted by a spirit trying to harm their daughter. It received mixed reviews from critics and did not gross as much at the box office as its predecessor, although it was nominated for the Academy Award for Visual Effects. Now, in the first movie, if you didn't know, the ghosts start communicating with the family through their television set.
They're here.
And this echoes what happens in Stranger Things with the Christmas lights, where Will is able to communicate with Joyce.
He skipped school yesterday. He's never done anything
The thing I like about Poltergeist 2 is that the ghosts start talking to Carol Ann through the toy telephone in her bedroom, and I think this is very similar to when Will is able to talk to Joyce through her old rotary phone.
Dear, but hold this one and tell me what you feel.
Oh my God, I've seen him. Here. No, at our house. Who is he? Watch your draw.
Don't know.
Who is he?
This person is no longer human.
You will possess Carol Ann.
He is the beast.
So yeah, Poltergeist 2. I think you'll love this movie, especially if you like the concept of Will being stuck in the Upside Down, and the way he communicates with Joyce, and that whole kind of spooky, spiritual kind of otherworldly feeling. And if you like Ouija boards and that kind of thing, I think you'll definitely like Poltergeist 2.
Carol Ann. Why the hell won't you leave us alone?
You are gonna die!
They're back.
Some Kind of Wonderful. I want to go back to more of a romantic teen comedy feeling now, with Some Kind of Wonderful. This was also a John Hughes film, just like Pretty in Pink. Released in 1987, it stars Leah Thompson, who you might remember from the Back to the Future trilogy. It's another love triangle. Working class misfits Keith Nelson and the tomboyish Watts are good friends, but then Keith asks out the most popular girl in school, Amanda Jones, and Watts then realises her feelings for him are much deeper. Keith asks Amanda on a date and ends up spending his college fund on an expensive dinner and a pair of earrings. Hughes was personally not happy with the ending of Pretty in Pink and decided to rewrite the story, even asking Howard Dutch, who had directed Pretty in Pink, to direct the new film. Hughes also wanted Molly Ringwald to play the female lead role, but she declined in order to pursue more adult roles. Hughes took it personally, and this led to the end of their working relationship. Thompson had originally turned down the role, but changed her mind when the role was offered to her a second time, as she'd just recently finished starring in Howard the Duck, which spectacularly flopped.
Open your eyes.
to the open when it's cold outside. Am I here?
So if you liked Pretty in Pink and you want something else that's kind of 80s and it's kind of like that romantic kind of love triangle feel, I would definitely check out Some Kind of Wonderful. Oh, and it's also from the same guy who did 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, as you can see here, and he also did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Weird Science, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Home Alone 2, and he was well known for his work on teen movies and for helping launch the career of numerous actors, including Michael Keaton, Molly Ringwald, Anthony Hall, Bill Paxton, Matthew Broderick, Macaulay Culkin, and the Brat Pack.
From the director of Poltergeist and the writer of Alien comes a terrifying new film.
I'm getting a very small radar cross-section.
150 miles long?
EGR's confirmed.
Tell them we have an artificial object out here.
In the tail of Halley's Comet, there's something wrong.
Life Force. Life Force is a 1985 science fiction horror movie based on the 1976 novel The Space Vampires by Colin Wilson. This movie's most recognisable star is arguably Patrick Stewart. This erotic sci-fi fantasy has similarities to Aliens and Species and features a lot of female nudity. A space shuttle mission investigating Halley's Comet brings back a malevolent race of space vampires who transform most of London's population into zombies. The only survivor of the expedition and British authorities attempt to capture a mysterious but beautiful alien woman who appears responsible. She has supernatural powers similar to Elle in Stranger Things, as she has the ability to move things using her mind and has psychic powers. Prior to an autopsy taking place, the naked female vampire, played by Matilda May, awakens and sucks the life force out of a guard. She then escapes the research facility and begins robbing various humans of their life force and moving through various host bodies. It transpires that the aliens are a race of space vampires that consume the life force energy from living beings instead of blood. The alien woman begins transmitting the life force of all the zombies back to her ship from St. Paul's Cathedral in a stream of blue light that symbolises all the countless human souls taken from the planet. The thing that struck me most about this film was the special effects that are similar to Ghostbusters or Poltergeist. They were created by John Dykstra, who was a pioneer in the development of the use of computers in filmmaking and received 3 Academy Awards. He was one of the original founders of Industrial Light and Magic, the special effects and computer graphics division of Lucasfilm. He is well known for the special effects lead on Star Wars, helping bring the original visuals for lightsabers, space battles between X-Wing and TIE fighters, and the Force powers to the screen. Considering there is a link between Elle's character and the Force, I think this does have some striking similarities. And even though it didn't do very well at the box office, and I wouldn't think it's a particularly serious film, I do think it's definitely worth watching. So there you go, a few films to satisfy that Stranger Things craving. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below or subscribe to my channel. Thank you.